Hi, I'm Elaine and welcome to my kitchen. Well, today we just got in from church a little bit ago, and so for our Sunday dinner I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a New Orleans style shrimp and sausage pasta dish that's very, very good. So let's turn you down here and we will get started. There you go. Okay, now in my pan I am melting 2 tablespoons of butter. And when that gets melted, we're going to be adding 2 tomatoes that were diced and seeded. I scooped the seeds out of them before I diced them. We are going to be adding 3 small green onions that I've sliced. And we are going to be adding 1 tablespoon of fresh basil leaves that I have cut up, chopped up. Okay, we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And we're going to be adding a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning and a tablespoon of Creole seasoning. We're going to be adding 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, 32 ounces of heavy cream, and we're going to be adding 1 14-ounce smoked sausage. Now if you don't want to use, if you want it a little spicier, you can always use andouille sausage and it'll be a lot spicier than this will. We prefer ours a little on the milder side. And the last thing that we'll add to that is our peeled and deveined shrimp. This is 1 1/2 pounds. This is actually 2 pounds. The recipe calls for 1 1/2. So what we can do is saute some of these to put on top. Okay, so it looks like my butter is beginning to melt. Now over here in this other pot, let me turn you up, I don't think you can see that there. In this other pot right here, I have 1 pound of angel hair pasta that has been cooked and drained, and we're just going to set it aside till we're ready for it. Alright, now there is our butter, so I'm going to go ahead and put in our tomatoes. And our green onions. I'm going to add our 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Our 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And our Creole seasoning, our Cajun seasoning. Let me do this over here because I don't want to spill that in there. There we go. And our Creole seasoning. Okay, I'm going to put that in. I did spill salt a little bit. That's why I didn't want to put it over the bowl or over the pot. Do something and get that up. There we go. Alright. We're going to saute all this for 6 to 7 minutes. And then, after we do that, we're going to add our smoked sausage and let that brown. So I will be back with you in just a minute as soon as we add our sausage. Okay, our tomatoes have cooked, and I've added the basil and the garlic and everything in there. The onions have started to cook. So now we're going to add our smoked sausage, and we're going to let that smoked sausage start getting brown. It should be just a second. I had this type of a dish in a restaurant once several years ago, and I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to kind of learn how to make it at home. So after a little bit of trial and error, this was the recipe that I came up with. And it is very good. First time I made it, I did use the andouille sausage, and for our taste it was a little bit spicy. But you can adjust the spice in this any way you like. You can use the andouille sausage, or you can increase the Creole and the Cajun seasoning if you like. It's all up to you how spicy you want this. Like I said, we prefer it not quite so spicy. So let me turn my heat up a little bit because that sausage is not browning the way I want it to. But it's getting there. It'll get there in a minute. I just turned the heat up just a little bit. And you see they're nice and coated with the tomatoes and everything. Yeah, now I just turn the heat up a little bit, so this is starting to brown a little. I also was going to tell you that I had kind of had started back on my weight loss plan this week, and did pretty well. Now on Sunday, what I typically like to do, because Sunday is the hardest day for me to stick on program, and stay on track. So what I like to do is allow myself what I call one cheat meal. It's not a cheat day, but a cheat meal. And I don't binge, but I typically allow myself something that I don't usually eat while I'm trying to watch my weight, such as the pasta and that kind of thing, because I watch carbohydrates, so mainly, and I try to keep my calorie counts low. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to just watch it. I'm going to watch my portion control, and then later on, for supper tonight, I'll probably just wind up having a salad or maybe some vegetable soup, something that doesn't have a whole lot of calories in it, and I'm going to be going right back on track. So that's how we're going to handle that. But because there was a time that I was about 150 pounds heavier than I am now, and we want to make sure that that doesn't come back. So I'm very careful about that. Okay, so there we go. That is starting to cook. So at this time, we're going to pour in our heavy cream. Okay, and let me just get this open. There we go. Okay, and this is a 32-ounce container, and we're just going to pour that right in. All right. And I'm going to stir this a little bit, and we're going to let this come to a boil. And when we bring it to the boil, we're going to be adding our Parmesan cheese, and we're going to reduce our heat down, and we will, in fact, I got to bring my heat up a little. We're going to turn our heat down and let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and at that time we're going to add our shrimp. So when this starts to come to a boil and I am ready to add the shrimp, I will be back with you. Okay, my heavy cream and my Parmesan cheese and the sausage and the vegetables have been simmering for about 15 minutes now, and have the cream has reduced down and gotten a little thick, and that's exactly what we want. So at this time, we're ready to add our shrimp. So I'm going to put our shrimp in here. Okay, and we'll let the shrimp, we're going to let this cook for another 7 to 8 minutes, or until that shrimp turns pink and is done. And once that happens, we're going to take our angel hair pasta, we're going to mix this all together, and I will be back at that time to show you what it all looks like. Okay, I'm back, and our shrimp and sausage pasta is done. And I have it plated up, so let me turn you down and show you what it looks like. Okay, and here's my husband's plate. He's got a couple of pieces of garlic toast. That goes really well with this. And there's his pasta, and shrimp and sausage pasta. And then here is my plate. And he has his iced tea, so that'll make him happy. Okay, so I do thank you for watching, and I did want to tell you that I will list those ingredients down in the description, so if you want to make this yourself, you can. And again, you can make that as spicy or as mild as you prefer, just a matter of your own taste. So if you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and share it with somebody if you think that there's someone you think might enjoy it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and eat, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.